I done found some newfound success when it comes to like talking to people and just holding general conversation. I don't normally like make friends super quick or nothing, and I'm like super like I used to like hold all my thoughts to myself. Like if we're in a group of people and we're all going around talking, or like they say like um give like an icebreaker about yourself or something like in class. For example, I'd give like something super surface level like I like to play basketball. I like spicy food. Like something stupid. I never like, and I think most people they don't give everything they know off first initial, uh, off of the first initial like interaction, which is understandable. But lately, I've been talking to like newer people, and I don't feel no restrictions to like have to hold back. Like I'm kind of more of like an overthinker person, and I be having like deep combos with most people. So like when I do have conversations or like if someone's talking to me, I'm mostly just listening. I ain't really talking back because it gets like I can take it to like a super deep like rabbit hole effect where it's like we over here talking about like stuff that's what I mean. So like I just be holding on my thoughts back. But lately I've been noticing like I'm getting good at communicating with people and they be receptive of like listening to like the deeper stuff we talk about. It's this new person that I just met, like a cool friend that I'm just getting to know. And like we was talking just about like dumb stuff, like stuff that people don't generally talk about. Like people talk about sports and all that other stuff. We was talking about like religion and just like paranormal activities, stuff like that. Just different combos. And it's like I'm good at like getting to that space now. Like with most people I talk to, like my super close friends, or the ones that like I consider not even friends no more, but you get to a point where you're like considered family. Then we be having all type of conversations. We can talk one day about sports, this that. Then we can talk about like the deeper stuff and all that. But I had to build up to that. It took years of knowing that person to get to that point. But like I'm able to get to those points quicker now than I used to back in the day. Like I don't know, I just got a more natural connection to people in the sense of like feeling comfortable talking now. Like back then, I was just like I said, people don't tell everything the whole script. They hold it in till they're comfortable, and then that's when people's personalities start to change. When you're comfortable with somebody, then they start doing and talking and saying stuff that they wouldn't normally have said earlier off meeting them. But I'm learning to just live in that full time, basically. So like that person I become when I get to know you, I'm starting to just become that person off first meeting, off first rip. Like yo, this and that. You know what I mean? And it's pretty cool. It's pretty good. It gives a better first impression in my opinion because it's more authentic than like changing as a person later on after someone knows you. Because a lot of people back when I was in school, I was two completely different people in school and outside of school. 100%. I know I was. I don't know why I was like that. It just was a switch that I couldn't really control. Like I said, my friends I'm cool with now, I consider family. I would talk to them like that outside of school, and people would see me talk to them like that outside. People who I went to school with, and they'd be like, "Yo, why don't you act like this in school?" And I actually hear that all the time, and I genuinely didn't have an answer at the moment, but I think I know the answer now was just honestly I don't know. I lied. I still don't even know what the answer is, but it's just funny because I'm noticing myself changing in the sense of like I'm becoming super comfortable just being myself organically, like genuinely, like and it's kind of weird to think about because even with my parents. Like I be talking and having these combos with my parents. It's like I can't turn it off. I'm just a born overthinker talking about the deeper meanings of life and stuff. I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning thinking like, why am I breathing? Like you know what I mean? Just little crazy weird ideologies I got. My dad's got a little ongoing joke. He likes to call me a philosopher, and I don't think he's too far wrong with that because I do be doing some weird stuff. Or not weird stuff, but I do be doing some like over the top type of thinking for no reason. It's just how I am. I don't know. But yeah, man, that part of me is just is so I'm so comfortable with that part of me now. Like I used to always like, and this isn't something. I think this was. I don't know how this became me because as like a kid, I never really. I mean, I guess it's because I was a kid, right? So as a kid, like you're just worried about Legos and video games, and you're not really thinking about things that matter. But the more older I got, I just started thinking more about like stuff that's like gonna matter in the future, right? I'm so focused on my future because I feel like the present is built for you have to use your present now to build for your future, and I want to have a good future. So I try to make sure I'm taking all the steps I can possible to build a good future, and that has to deal with my mindset, my mentality, my morals, and everything. And that's why I try to build those accordingly, and that's why I talk about them so much, because I want them to match up to what I want my future self to look like. But yeah, I just be hold on, let me get some water real quick. I just be sharing my thoughts with people and stuff like that, and that's really what this channel is for too. And it's kind of cool to see that I'm being the same person on and off camera in real life, and I see myself doing it. And it's kind of funny too, because I think I talked about this in a couple videos ago, but you know the whole situation with like me trying to become more God sent, in the sense of like I try to fight things I know I shouldn't be doing, like lust and all other stuff. Like a lot of people super normalize nowadays to just all in the music, all that, right? Which I'm a victim of, because I listen to the music, which I know I shouldn't have. Also made a video saying that I would stop listening to that video, and the very next day I started listening to that same music again. So that's on me, not gonna lie. That's on me. But yeah, like I caught myself like, cause people will always ask me, like, you know, homeboys and all. They're not on the same page. Like, they're not like thinking how I'm thinking, in the sense of like, yo, we shouldn't be lusting over everything and idolizing this and that and that. They be like, yo, bro, like, you know what I mean? So they be telling stories and all this and that, and tell me to give my input, and I just stay quiet, cause I got nothing to really talk about. I've never been that kind of guy either, where I'm like telling people what I've been doing, and personally, I don't think that's a flex to be telling people what you've done with another person. I'll never be that type of person to where I think it's cool to, you know, brag about having relations with other people. I think that's low-key kind of weird. Just my personal opinion. If you want to do it, by all means, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you nor judge you for it. That's just not what I do. But it's the having the confidence to do that and say that and act that way, versus wanting to be like that and then going out in the real world and people asking questions and you folding under pressure and saying, yeah, man, and trying to fit in. Nah, like, I had a couple people look at me crazy, but once they just know that's who I am for real, it's normal. You just gotta let people know who you are, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier. Me authentically coming off as myself in the first meeting and first meeting you makes it super easier for people to just be like, oh, that's just him. That's how he is. Versus like I'm trying to play everything right and fit in with you, and then down a couple months down the road you see who I really am, and I was like, oh, that's a 360. You know, it's just like just being myself, or being myself organically, whether I'm talking to my parents, friends, family, whatever. I try to just stay myself, and it actually makes it super easier too, because there's nothing, you don't gotta worry about nothing. It's either they gonna mess with you or they not, and if they don't, it is what it is. I just don't be having them feelings of like uncertainty no more. Uncertainty no more. It just be super easy to just have a conversation with people now, because I'm talking about stuff I really want to talk about, versus like trying to have some whole fake combo over something I whole time I never really was interested in. But yeah, this really kind of, I don't know what this video is, honestly. I'm just coming here to talk to y'all real quick before I go ahead take a sleep, or go ahead take a little power nap. But made this fun video. Appreciate you guys. I do got a new streaming computer on the way, so I'm gonna try to have more sit down combos like this on stream, because I was on stream the other day and someone said I was playing Sifu, which is a fighting game, and I was beating it, so it was like a long playthrough. It was like 4 hours, and someone had told me my content had switched up, so like I used to do a lot of this but on live stream. So I'm gonna try to get back into that a little bit, just so people can, you know, feel like I'm still me. But appreciate you guys for watching. Shout out to you if you made this fun video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you next upload.